wow. Just wow.
Hey, you want to be a success? You want to be wealthy and handsome and immortal? Take a look at this. This was me before I entered the Farrant program. Now look at me. Yes, simply follow my patented 4-step method and you too could be able to afford a green screen just like me. You ready, friends? Let's self-actualize. Step 1. Run down this week's news. Step 2. Better yourself with video games. Step 3. Let our resident life enhancement specialist, Dr. Kawashima, take care of that dreadful body and brain of yours. Step 4. Meet new friends in Ilo Milo. It's really very simple and yet probably the most earth-shatteringly monumental decision that you'll ever... Just heard your checks cleared. Great. I'm off, guys. Just run. Whatever, yeah? Cheers.
Xbox Live Arcade House Party returns for another year, and once again, Kid and Play have been cruelly overlooked for promotional duties. Fortunately, the absence of the 40-something comedy hip-hop duo does little to harm House Party's credibility, as the 5 games responsible for this particular domestic shindig are all shaping up to be essential purchases. Hardcore Uprising gets the party started on 16th of February. It's a prequel to Mega Drive Blaster Contra Hardcore with stunning 2D visuals courtesy of the team responsible for striking fighting franchises BlazBlue and Guilty Gear X. That'll be followed by Beyond Good and Evil HD, a remake of Ubisoft's treasured action-adventure from 2003, Bejeweled Blitz Live, which adds a 16-player party live mode to the classic Match 3 formula, Torchlight, a conversion of the popular PC dungeon crawler, and Full House Poker, which lets your avatars engage in huge Texas Hold'em tournaments and can be tied to the upcoming Windows Phone 7 version, so your winnings or life-crippling debts go into the same pot, wherever you are. Literally named US gaming information journal Game Informer has once again been furnished with another World exclusive, World in this case having the same connotations as the one in baseball's World Series, this time for lukewarmly anticipated fantasy sequel The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Skyrim. Bethesda's executive producer Todd Howard confirmed way too many things to repeat here, but highlights included the action of Fallout-style perks, weapon-specific finishing moves, dual wielding, tactical melee combat, free-form class evolution, dynamic quests where even a seemingly minor action such as dropping a weapon can trigger a mission, a choice of 10 races for your character, and big dragons. If you can't track down a copy of Game Informer, keep an eye out for next month's edition of Official Xbox Magazine, where OXM Report host Mike Channel will report back from his recent visit to Bethesda's studio in Washington, DC. We're reliably informed by Channel that it'll be, quote, miles better than Game Informer's feature.
Super Kalo gave me the inspiration to grow my magnificent fringe. Thanks, Super Kalo.
So, the 4 non-finite forms of Latin verbs are infinitive, gerund, participle, and supine. There's got to be a better way.
There is, thanks to video games.
I think I'm really hurt.
Yes, video games. No longer a passive pastime, video games can help you improve your life in many different ways. Let's find out how.
Why aren't you helping me?
Yeah, thanks voiceover. So, as our enthusiastic friend there states, for a long time the perception has been the only thing playing video games makes you better at is playing video games. And even then, that's not always the case. However, the line between video games and real-life skills and improvements is getting ever thinner. Take Rock Band, for example. Ever since the first Rock Band game, the drum trainer has been teaching people how to play the drums in real life. But the addition of pro guitar and keyboard modes in Rock Band 3 has pushed this even further, raising the possibility that there are entire bands out there who all learn to play their instruments from video games, assuming any of them could find the pro guitar controllers, that is. True, they're probably going to call themselves Shiny Shiny Banana and dress like they were fired from a high-velocity cannon through a warehouse full of rejected circus outfits, but that's beside the point. Fitness is another area where your gaming leads to real-world improvements. Pretty much the only way you're scored in Your Shape Fitness Evolved is by how many calories you've burned. If you want to boost your gamer score, you've got to actually boost your fitness. Or stand a mannequin on a record turntable in front of your Kinect while you eat pizza out of its Orwellian field of vision. Both work. One early adopter of this gaming as self-improvement movement is Dr. Ryuta Kawashima, the polygonal face behind a hugely successful series of handheld brain training games, whose players all developed huge brains encased in glass domes that gave them powers including, but not limited to, telekinesis, flight, and goat-killing mind rays, but using the unique capabilities of Kinect to extend his training to the body as well, in Dr. Kawashima's brain and body training. So we caught up with the game's producer to find out just what Dr. Kawashima is up to and whether we need to get the angry mob and flaming torches ready just yet.
By moving your body, you're helping to activate your brain. So it's more effective than just by using your brain alone. Just to give you a general idea, a lot of the exercises are focused on using the right hand and the left hand independently of each other. So you can't focus on just one side or the other. You have to basically concentrate on what both sides are doing at the same time, and a lot of the exercises are focused on similar sort of physical movements like this. Up until now, a lot of the brain training games have involved people just focusing on their training by themselves, just alone. But with this title, we really want people to enjoy the brain training experience together in groups.
Kinect for Xbox 360.
He's not coming. Comedian Marcus Brigstock once remarked, if Pac-Man had affected us as kids, we'd all be running around in dark rooms, munching pills and listening to repetitive electronic music. Which is nonsense, of course, because Pac-Man didn't have background music, but he did have a valid point. Games are loaded with valuable life lessons that can help make you a better, more confident person. Recently been dumped, insulted, or punched in the face? Feeling slightly down about it? Well, man up, sissy. What you just earned is valuable life XP. If it was a particularly severe punch to the face, you may even have just earned enough to level up from simpering waste of oxygen to vaguely rugged mouth breather. And you thought role-playing games were just improbable tales of hackneyed heroes tolerating endless random battles and contrived dialogue in their bid for greatness. Joylessly grinding your way to the next level in order to earn more power, money, and possessions is such a transparent metaphor for our materialistic lives that I'm actually ashamed to have to spell it out for you here. Now think about what you've done.
Has been issued in Fortune City today, as hordes of the infected have...
In an ocean of lazy, indecisive procrastinators, it's those who master time management that triumphantly float to the top, possibly on an inflatable throne they constructed from the discarded life jackets of expired wastrels. And what better way to be king of these metaphorical waves than to slaughter the undead in a church of consumerism and gambling? Dead Rising 2 is a masterclass in plate spinning, challenging you to meet a variety of deadlines lest you lose your daughter or become a flesh-hungry corpse yourself. Wow, but that's not fair, I hear you, Grizzle. Life's not fair. The sooner you grasp that, the sooner you'll be surfing the wind wave. Try again. Or, in the case of Super Meat Boy, try. Oh, sweet Jeebus, why do you test me so? Try again. As 30th President of the USA, Calvin Coolidge once said, "Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence." Well, what he basically meant was that quitters take the easy way out, the smelly cowards. Your eyes may be bleeding and your thumbs may be stumps, but look on the bright side. You've unlocked the kid, 10 gamer score, and the secret to being a winner. A beautiful, sexy winner. Did Sam Fisher or Batman get where they are by clomping around like lead-footed buffoons, screaming blue murder while firing off 300 rounds from a minigun? No. They silently glide through the shadows, quietly dispatching enemies without alerting their comrades before vanishing back into the darkness. I'm not suggesting you adopt these methods too literally. What I've just described is all very illegal. However, taking a methodical and thoughtful approach to life rather than steaming along driven solely by gut instinct is definitely the way forward, even if you decide to do it while lurking in a grimy back alley dressed as a flying rodent. Are you that guy who drives past people in a car and screams abuse at passers-by for no reason because you think the vehicle acts as some sort of impenetrable bubble that gives you license to be a hateful moron? Worse still, are you the kind of person who'd ruin a perfectly good game of Monopoly for everyone else purely because you've gone bankrupt? Well, guess what? Nobody likes you. Well, where am I going with this? Well, think of these examples of sociopathic behaviour as analogous to reprehensible actions on Xbox Live. Hurling abuse from a car? Well, that's akin to sending abusive messages to other gamers. Trashing a Monopoly board? You've just disconnected from a game because you're a bad loser. Change your ways on Live, apply this behaviour to real life, and gasp in wonder as people actually start to respect you and enjoy being in your company, or at the very least, tolerate you for more than 2 minutes.
Hi, I'm Olivia Wilde, star of House and Tron Legacy, and I prescribe an upgrade to NExUS. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're playing Ilo Milo or possibly Elo Milo?
Possibly Elo Milo.
How are we saying
the
it?
full names of the characters are supposedly Ilona and Milton.
So
which would kind of
Ilo
make
and
it
Milo.
Elo Milo.
Elo. Okay, so Ilo Milo.
Yes,
is what we're playing.
It's Ilo Milo, officially Ilo Milo, or Elo Milo.
So these guys are trying to reunite, is that right?
Yeah, kind of constantly. They're in this very beautiful landscape made of kind of material cubes, and they're always at opposite ends of the map, and it's your goal to just reunite them, which sounds simple enough. You just kind of have to navigate your way around the levels, and starts off simply enough as well. You basically pick up a few cubes, drop them into gaps, and you know, pave the way for them to get together. But the levels just build in complexity incredibly quickly. You have these little things like I'm showing you here called red carpets, and they allow you to rotate around the landscape, so you can immediately see when you've got 6 faces of a cube to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, and
Got to think sort of 3-dimensionally almost to try and solve these.
yeah, exactly. And you know, you're constantly rotating around at different heights in different places. So yeah, your spatial awareness needs to be at the top of its game. And obviously, there's this codependency throughout it, which builds up quite rapidly. So one character will pick up a cube, the other character will be able to step on a button that'll then carry that cube across and allow that character to transport over to another area, things like that. So you can see how both the 3-dimensional nature of the landscape and the need to kind of do cause and action type.
Yeah.
You know.
So can you switch between the characters on the fly? Is that how it
You can.
it
You
works?
just quick tap of the X button and that flicks you back.
Right, so how much is this?
This is a mere 800 points actually, which is quite bargainous. And what's also cool is this is also available on Windows Phone 7.
Okay.
And actually looks comparable. The Windows Phone version is really good fun. So if you can't get enough of Elo Milo, Ilo Milo, Ilo Milo, wherever you are, stick it on your phone and you can get stuck in there as well.
Extra achievements as well.
Extra achievements. Oh yeah, of course.
Double up.
I always forget Windows Phone has the extra achievements, exactly. So if you really want to, if you really want to mine those achievements, then yeah, double up.
Fantastic.
Get both.
Wow, amazing results as you can see. The Andy Farrant program is producing real changes for people, like our next satisfied customer, Dan Marr. Dan used to be some kind of loser guy, but now he's a genuine haunted printer in demand at all the best parties. Great stuff. Okay, next up is probably the most amazing element of the course, actual astral projection that will allow you to project your consciousness through space and time, utilizing the incredible power of... What do you mean the check's bounced? You said the check had cleared. No, shut it down. Shut it down. We're done. We're done here.